I still remember what it was like to take the train to Berlin at 6 in the morning and wait in the basement of the main station there for the train to Hamburg. Especially in the winter, it was always cold and nobody was very happy to be there. Everyone had long faces and you knew that everyone would rather be sleeping and still in their bed than be where they were in that moment. But there we are, and it was what we had to do to earn our paycheck. At the time, I was working as a climate scientist in Hamburg. I was there every other week for 4 days. I was sleeping in my office and getting woken up by the cleaning lady at 5 in the morning every day. I really wanted to quit that job. It was mostly on the computer, doing large simulations for climate science, looking at the data and trying to figure out how we could do things a little bit better. But unfortunately, when I had started the job, I had hoped that working on climate would bring something very positive to my work and I would have a good feeling that what I was doing was important. But in the end, what I was doing wasn't really that important. When I decided to quit the job in Hamburg, I took 2 months off and went home to the US, to my parents' house. And there I built my first bike frame. It was a really wonderful experience to work with my hands, to see that what I'm working on actually accomplishes something. It's just a bike frame. It's not really that important, but somehow building something myself with my own hands, I have a different connection to what I'm working on than if I would buy that thing. And to combine building something else with my hobby of riding bikes was for me a really wonderful experience. I had sort of switched from being in the workshop as a kid and a young adult to this direction of working more on computers. Somehow I forgot what it was like to build something. I also painted the frame, and I remember having the finished frame and putting it in the kitchen and taking pictures of the finished frame and also putting them on my website a long time ago. I was really proud of what I built. That's an experience I never had at my job working as an astrophysicist or as a scientist. I was really proud of my work, and that's something that I wanted to have every day. I wanted to wake up in the morning and be excited to go to work. I think most people don't have that. Some people are lucky or good and somehow manage to find a job that really brings them enjoyment. I wanted that too. I looked for a long time, and finally when I finished that first frame, I knew what I wanted to do. So back in Potsdam, 12 years later, I'm really happy that I'm still here and I'm still working at Big Force Frameworks, and I'm showing people to do what I wanted to do 12 years ago, to learn how to build their own frame. It's a really wonderful for me to see them and to be able to help them achieve their dream of building their own bike frame in the same way that I built my own bike frame 12 years ago. And I'm happy to still say after 12 years that I'm Rob Piantek from Big Force Frameworks. Thank you.